Tonight on DC News Now at 5, an arrest made for a man accused of raping a woman inside a Virginia hotel room. We're live tonight with how police tracked the suspect down. And tonight, wearing out his welcome. More problems for Dan Snyder, possibly even getting kicked out of the National Football League. Also, President Biden announces his latest tactic to lower gas prices. Will it work? And when can you expect to feel less pain in your wallet? Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall, taking a live look outside where the fall weather experience continues with temperatures above 50 degrees. Let's head over now to meteorologist Scott Sumner, who's joining us with the first look at the forecast. And Scott, can we expect a warm-up anytime soon?
Well, I tell you what, we can here, Mark, a short answer to your question. It's going to take a little while there. A beautiful look here at the Capitol, a live look showing some clouds and stuff in the general area. But I want to show you this, because for everyone who is kind of like, well, it's going to be cold out there. Yes, at least we don't have this. Take a look. We have some snow out there. It's hard to pick up, but you can see it. This is I-68 and US 219 out towards Grantsville in Garrett County. My goodness, I've been watching this. It was whiteout conditions just a few minutes ago, but now we're seeing the white snow start to dissipate a little bit out that way. Hey, I've showed you that because I talked about it yesterday and said, hey, you know what? The mountains may pick up some snow, and they have. So to just toot my own horn, if you will. But anyway, in the weather department, we all talked about that. Freeze warning in effect, cold overnight. So places that's had a freeze warning last night, most of you are still seeing some freezing conditions or expect to see some freezing conditions tonight after the midnight hour between 1 a.m. and 9 a.m. And that does extend up now into Montgomery County. Montgomery County was not under that freeze warning last night. It was under a frost advisory. The frost advisory still holds true tonight for D.C., the surrounding area, except for Charles County. Charles County, where Waldorf resides, you're under a freeze warning, but St. Mary's County, Calvert County, and then further south in there, all frost advisories, meaning that the temperatures will probably get down to that mid-30 mark, 34, 35 degree range tonight if you're under a frost advisory. Otherwise, you'll be down at 32 degrees or colder than that with the freeze warnings. Temperatures right now, not too bad. 57 at D.C., 55 at Manassas, 52 at Leesburg, 45 out towards Kaiser's Way. Here's tonight's lows. As you can see the numbers here, we're looking at 29 at Cumberland, 29 at Kaiser potentially. Well, D.C. could be flirting with the freezing mark. At least this forecast model showing that. I think the urban heat island of D.C. will probably keep it up a few degrees than 32. But needless to say, cold is cold. And this is going to be the last night of pretty chilly temperatures across the region. We will start to see a gradual warm up both during the daytime highs and afternoon highs and overnight lows. We'll talk about that and show the 7-day forecast, which all your warm weather lovers will like coming up.
All right, Scott, thank you. Well, tonight we're learning more about the man accused of raping a woman in a Fairfax, Virginia hotel room. We first told you about his arrest last night. Police shared new details during a news conference at their public safety headquarters this afternoon. And that's where we find DC News Now's Dave Laval. And Dave, several agencies worked together to track down the suspect.
Oh, that's right, Mark. The attack happened earlier this month in Vienna, but police believed Locke went to Washington, D.C. after the assault. They also learned about a September arrest in Maryland, so it really took a joint effort to get Locke off the street. Metro Transit Police arrested a 30-year-old Locke of D.C. yesterday at the Metro Center station. He's accused of the October 1st rape of a guest at gunpoint at the Hawthorne Suites. Fairfax County Police told us Locke did not have a weapon on him at the time of his arrest. They also said body camera footage of Locke during a September arrest in Montgomery County helped lead to his arrest. We did not get the details regarding those charges. As for Locke, he remains in custody in Washington, D.C., while he awaits transfer to the Fairfax County Adult Detention Center. He faces multiple charges, including rape and abduction. We're live in Fairfax. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Dave, thank you. Well, breaking news, U.S. Capitol Police are investigating a suspicious vehicle on the block behind the Supreme Court and the U.S. Capitol. Police say they have detained 3 people. Several streets in the area are closed, and that includes East Capitol Street between 1st and 3rd Street, as well as 1st and 2nd Street between Constitution and Independence Avenue. Capitol Police are urging people to avoid the area. Also happening now, there continues to be major traffic delays as police investigate a suspicious package on Germantown Road in Maryland. The package is reportedly inside a delivery truck at the entrance of the U.S. Department of Energy. Officials have not released any more information, but if you're going that way, you can expect to sit in traffic for a while. Well, new tonight, after years of construction and setbacks, Metro says the Silver Line is finally ready to take rail passengers all the way to Dulles Airport. It could be operational by the busy Thanksgiving holiday, but as DC News Now's Lex Juarez reports, there's a lot riding on whether or not that actually happens.
Thousands of people rely on the Metro to take them from point A to point B every day and are excited for the possibility of taking it all the way to Dulles Airport, but some are skeptical that this is actually going to happen by Thanksgiving.
I live right by one of those new stations, and for years I've been anticipating just walking to the train and hopping on it.
And she's not alone. Riders have anticipated the Silver Line extension for decades, but a number of obstacles, including funding, safety issues, and construction hiccups, kept the project delayed.
And I'm still driving 30 minutes to the Metro to get on the train at Whaley-Reston.
According to WMATA, plans still need to be approved to have the full green light. However, they say 2 weeks of simulated service prove the newest portion of the Silver Line is ready to go. Riders tell me they'll believe it when they see it, but they're looking forward with optimism.
It's about time. It should have been years ago.
It's good. It's good improvement. I'm glad that it's going to be opening.
And while Metro is ready to expand their service, the Washington Metro Safety Commission says that it's not on board. The commission who oversees Metro said that their plan to bring their 7,000 series trains back into service is not backed up by safety data. That was released in a letter this week by the deputy CEO of the Washington Metropolitan Area Transit Authority. Says it needs to hear from the Safety Commission by the end of this week if it's going to get the Silver Line extension open by the busy travel season.
So Metro hasn't completed its safety certification process. They still have open items that they need to address, and therefore there is nothing before the WMSC for our consideration at this time. We can't concur that they've done that until they have actually done that. And so we do not have anything that Metro has submitted to us yet.
But WMSC has overseen the Silver Line for over 3 years. Metro says it's still committed to returning over 700 rail cars to service and believes the 7,000 train series is the safest and reliable. Well, a pedestrian in Prince George's County is dead after a hit and run early this morning. It happened on the Greenbelt Road around 2 a.m. Police are on the lookout for the driver. Greenbelt was shut down for hours after the accident, but has since reopened. Well, and a Hagerstown, Maryland man is dead after being shot last night in what police believe was a targeted attack. DC News Now's Skylar Salas covers Washington County and has more on the investigation.
It all happened around 8 p.m. Tuesday around the Jonathan Street area.
So we had officers that were actively working in the Jonathan Street area, and around 8 o'clock at night they heard what they thought was gunshots. Shortly thereafter, we got a 911 call saying that there was a victim that was struck.
When officers arrived at the scene, they found 45-year-old Sharon Clark with multiple gunshot wounds to his chest.
They immediately tried to render aid until emergency services personnel arrived on scene and took over. From there, he was transported to Meredith Medical Center.
Police tell me they do believe this shooting was targeted, which also makes this incident the second targeted shooting in the last week. 35-year-old Devon Smith was sent to the hospital last Tuesday after being shot off of South Potomac Street. Police don't believe the 2 shootings are related, but say they are taking action.
We recently put together a new unit. It's a group of officers that are specifically tackling violent crime, and that includes drug crime and gun crime. And so they are focusing on certain areas or taking those shooting calls when they come in, so that we have a very focused effort.
As of right now, the investigation is still ongoing, and police are asking anyone with information to call the Hagerstown Police Department. Reporting in Hagerstown, Maryland, Skylar Salas with DC News Now.